sometimes part of my body feel really hot where the inflammation is. I get quite a bit of swelling in my joints, especially my toes and feet, or my hands, thumbs. And there's just this feeling of feeling really just so, well, this terrible fatigue that comes over you. My body's telling me that I just can't do anything, and I just have to listen to what my body's saying. Sometimes I don't have a flare for 3 or 4 months. I think I used to have more flares that didn't last as long. Now I seem to get them a little bit less often, but they last longer. My triggers are if I do too much. Real life is busy. Instead of doing something today and something tomorrow, I do as much as I can in one day. And then of course that can trigger a flare. If I do have any kind of big stress, that can bring on a flare. Doing too much, maybe even doing too much exercise, can also trigger a flare. So it's about balance, really. Things like heat pad, an electric heat pad is amazing. And also things like a wheat pillow that you put in the microwave and you heat it up and you can put it around your neck. I've got wrist splints when my wrists are really painful and it's hard to move them. I wear wrist splints. I've got so many things, but again, you just find what works for you. You know, sometimes for me, when I have inflammation, the area can feel really hot. So sometimes you want an ice pack on it. People just find out what works for them. In a flare, the last thing you want to do is be thinking, oh, I could do with this and I could do with that. So having everything there just in case you need it is a really good thing to do. Have a drawer for smaller things, and then there's a couple of shelves and cupboards that have my bigger things. So, you know, I know that if I need my heat pad, I know, you know, where it is. So it is really good to have your toolkit very accessible for when you need it. I think relaxation is really important when you're in a flare, because obviously your body's in a flare, it's feeling horrible. It's not a nice feeling. So for me, relaxation is key to helping me through a flare. The emotional side of a flare is sometimes worse than the physical side, than the pain. My emotions come out as, for me, I feel this anger of, I don't want to be having this flare, I don't want to have this pain. When you're in it, you think this is never going to end, and it feels like that. It feels like, wow, this is just going to go on and on and on. And you know inside that you're going to come out the other side, but whilst you're in it, it's really hard to think past that flare. I found that being part of a NASS branch, or just talking to other people that have got AS, people you come into everyday contact with, they don't understand about AS. So when you get to talk to other people and you have, you know, groups online on Facebook or whatever, it's so helpful. It's one of the best therapies that there is, really. Talking to people that understand it, so you can say, oh, you know, I just feel so tired every day, or you know, I have a flare and I feel angry, and then people say, oh, well, I feel angry too, and you think, wow, it's not just me, you know, it is an actual thing. So really talking to other people with AS, finding some sort of support network, especially with people that have AS, is a really, really useful thing.